when we got pregnant with our second child, we knew it was going to be our last one, and we wanted to capture it in a special way. We wanted it to be a bit different. We wanted to be able to really tell the story of where we were in our lives before he arrived and after he came, and how it changed our lives, so that he would be able to really experience that at a later date, and his sister as well. So we wanted to have some real images, beautiful. We wanted artistic images, but we didn't want them to be posed. We wanted to just have a documentary feel to capturing this time in our lives. And my husband's actually a photographer, so we thought about him doing it, but we wanted him to be in the photos. So we asked yourney, and it was so relaxing. It was such a fun way of doing it, to have somebody who's a professional but is really laid back. And she came to our house, and so before the baby was born, she came over, and she's just asked me to do what I would usually do as part of setting up, and she just followed me around, and she took images of that part of our lives, of getting the baby's room ready, getting all the clothes washed and prepped. I invited my best friend over, who's the baby's godmother, and we sorted the clothes out together. I sat down with my young daughter and discussed what was going to happen, and sorted through some of the toys and the clothes with her. And yourney captured all that. She came along to a couple of my appointments at the hospital with a midwife, and took photos there. I usually would probably not want to have a photographer at any sort of medical event, but she was completely unobtrusive, and I knew that she was being very respectful, and she wasn't taking anything that I wouldn't want her to take pictures of, and we had open communication, so it actually was just fun. It actually just made it a laugh, and the midwife joined right in, and I'm really glad that I've got photos of this woman who then became a sort of really important part of my life for the birth process. We discussed whether or not yourney would come to the birth, and I think some people probably would enjoy that. In the end, I just felt that it was going to be a bit much for me, though in retrospect I almost wish that I had her there, though I'm not sure how much of that story I really do want to remember. But she came over very shortly afterwards, and just carried on documenting our lives, and with this new edition. And unlike other baby photos that I've seen before, it wasn't us all cheesily grinning. It was real life. It was changing nappies and trying to eat whilst breastfeeding and playing with the baby, and all the reality of a newborn with its gorgeousness, but also its crusty skin and the strange thing on its belly button and all of that. And when I finally saw the finished product, I was so happy that was the route we had chosen. It was professional, and yet comfortable and natural and not forced, and really told the story of my family at this really important time, in a way that I think we'll all be able to enjoy for years to come. So I would fully recommend using yourney.